Now we're going to learn how to sit correctly on our meditation cushion. I'll turn to my side to demonstrate the correct sitting posture. Step number 1 is to sit at the front end of the cushion. When we sit at the front end of the cushion, the rear end will lift up like this. Now I will demonstrate how to sit at the front end of the cushion. For step number 2, we want to bring our legs towards our body slowly and gently, one at a time. Our legs must be flat on the floor, forming a triangle shape with our body. If for some reason we cannot have our legs flat on the floor, we may use a towel, padding to support our shins. Let me demonstrate. The shins is your area below your knee, right here. Step number 3 is to make sure that you're sitting on your sitting bone or your thigh bone. And I'll turn a bit more to my side for that. We have 2 methods to check if we're sitting on our sitting bone or our thigh bone. The first one is we move our hip muscle aside. We're going to make this hand gesture, and we're going to grab our hip muscle and part of our glutes, and we're going to move them aside until we feel that we're sitting on our sitting bone or thigh bone. Can you feel that? Very good. The second method is to use your fingers. We're going to take our fingers and we're going to place them in the space between your tail and the cushion. If you can find that space between your tail and the cushion, it means that you're correctly sitting on your sitting bone or your thigh bone. And now let's move on to step number 4, which is to straighten up your lower back. You're going to use your palm and place your palm on your lower back, which is the space between your waist and your tail. And you're going to push your lower back. When you push your lower back, your belly will extend. Do not suck your belly back. This means that you're in a relaxed sitting posture. This is an ancient yoga posture meant to reduce your mental and physical activities to a minimum. Okay? You should feel like the muscles of your body are just hanging in your skeleton. Can you feel that? Very good. And now I'll turn to my front to demonstrate the last step. Step number 5 is to hold your hands. You're going to take your dominant hand, you're going to place it at the bottom and your other hand on top. And then you're going to touch your thumb tips or overlap them like this. And then we're going to place our hands on our lap. And this is what we call easy pose. If you're looking for a bit of a challenge, you may try half lotus pose, which is when you place your outer foot on your inner thigh. Let me demonstrate. We place our outer foot on our inner thigh because our inner thigh serves as a natural muscle pad for our foot. Please make sure not to cross your legs or ankles or to place your foot underneath your knee because you may harm yourself, especially during longer sitting sessions. And now if you're looking for even more of a challenge, you may try full lotus pose, which means that you put both feet on both thighs, like this. Both half lotus pose and full lotus pose are more still and energy saving. We recommend you only try these when you have the flexibility to do so. The most important thing to remember is that as long as you sit correctly, any pose is the best pose.